action plans and its earnings. We're joined by Einar Tangen, current affairs commentator. Einar, good to have you back on the show. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Good evening, Michelle.
So, Einar, Walmart's earnings missing on both revenue and profit. Walmart said that operating income fell partly because of its investment in better wages for workers. Now, keeping in mind that Walmart announced the pay hike in February and raised the minimum wage for its workers to $9 an hour only in April, and its most recent quarter closed in April. So really, that higher pay was only in effect for 1 month. Do you really think that had an impact?
No, Michelle, I mean, I think they're disappointed. I think there was definitely effect from Forex moves. It was strongly against them this time around. And also the winter weather was probably a factor. But I mean, these are short-term issues, and I hesitate to draw a lot of conclusions from data points until you start seeing long-term trends. But if you start looking back at what's happening to the history of Walmart, they basically put mainstream America out of business through better logistics and lower prices. They used their economy of scales to create a new kind of market. And in the process, they were able to take over a lot of very good labor. I mean, the local pharmacist became their in-house pharmacist. The local retailer became their in-house retailer. So in these instances, they got high-value labor, but that's now changed. Those people have retired. Walmart is struggling with its identity and with e-commerce. E-commerce is threatening to do to Walmart what Walmart did to Main Street.
Before we get into the e-commerce aspect of Walmart, I want to focus a little bit more on these wage increases because they were pretty big news. And as you say, Walmart benefited from really good labor back in the day. And now Walmart's chief financial officer, Charles Holley, says that he thinks these wage increases will have a positive effect with both employees and customers, and that they will help lift sales in the long term. Do you agree with that?
I'm afraid I don't. I think it'll put a little added money into the pockets of the employees. Maybe they buy a few more things or can afford a few more things. The real question is, are they going to, what is the experience that you're getting in the store these days? You know, basically a little less than half the stores are in the United States. We're talking about the major 5,000 out of 11,000 worldwide. What experience do you get there? I mean, Walmart was started as a place where you bare bones, you go in, you get what you wanted, you get it cheap, and you walk out. And sometimes they were doing the bulk buying, as they were with Sam's Club, which has kind of morphed a little bit. But in the end, this is not a customer experience place. Yes, they had the greeter there who would say hello and give you a card.
But what they make up for customer experience. But I know the whole Walmart philosophy has been what you lack in customer experience, if you will, you made up for in cheaper prices and buying in bulk. And is that the model that Walmart is going to stick to with its expansion into China and into India, which it says is a very important market?
No, they're not. They're switching their brand lines from cheaper prices to trusted, most trusted. This is not really going to work. It's a foreign brand. They do have some trust, but everybody is pouring into this market, and a lot of the barriers that were existing have gone away. You're starting to see major retailers, Target, etc., who are going on to different platforms, whether it's Taobao, whatever, just adding Alipay, which Walmart did this last quarter to ease the transaction process, is not a move in the right direction. I mean, Chinese consumers are flocking to e-commerce and m-commerce. They are extending.
You mentioned e-commerce, and global online sales were up 17% for the quarter, so that's pretty good news over there. And Walmart announced plans last week to test a new unlimited shopping service to compete with Amazon's popular Prime feature. Can Walmart compete successfully in the online space if it transforms accordingly?
No, it can't. It's a little bit too well. I shouldn't say it can't. If they want to put a lot of muscle into it, the question is profitability. They're a little late to the show, and I was a little surprised in the earnings call that McMillan was saying, "Oh well, you know, we could do something, but we're not doing it. We're going to wait." You know, this is the one luxury that retailers do not have today. Bricks and mortar and e-commerce are in a battle for survival. There's going to be changes. Bricks and mortar has to morph into things. You're already starting to see this in malls all around China. It used to be a 3-1-1 out of 5. 3/5 was retail, 1 was entertainment, and 1 was food and beverage. Now you're seeing a 1-1-1. It's about experience that they're selling, and I'm afraid Walmart does not offer the experience or the low prices. They have to really revamp and rethink. The idea of using their stores as points of distribution is good, but it's not enough. You already have Alibaba, Amazon, all of the rest, JD, who are a crowded marketplace, who are already beefing up their logistics. They're able to, you can call JD, you can order in the morning and have it in your hands in the afternoon, and if you don't like it, you can return it that day and get your refund or get something new.
Well,
I mean, this is very, very tough competition.
Tough competition indeed, and Einar, it seems that investors share your somewhat pessimistic outlook. Shares of Walmart down 4.4% for the day, down 11% year to date. We're going to have to leave it there. Thank you so much, Einar Tangen, current affairs commentator. And for more on Walmart,